10 mind-blowing historical facts about the Nagas of Nagaland. Nagaland. A land of clouds, courage, and centuries-old wisdom. Tucked in the northeast of India, it's home to the Nagas, a people whose history is bold, defiant, and utterly mind-blowing. You've heard of samurai, Spartans, and Zulu warriors. But what if I told you that right here in the eastern Himalayas, the Nagas carved their own epic, fierce, free, and far ahead of their time? Today, we dive into 10 historical facts about the Nagas that will make you rethink everything you know about this extraordinary region. 1. The Naga Hills were never fully colonized. While the British Empire extended its reach across most of India, it could never fully conquer the Naga Hills. Many tribes fiercely resisted outside rule. Entire regions stayed autonomous, continuing their own governance, culture, and way of life untouched by colonial laws. For the British, this was uncharted territory. For the Nagas, it was home. Fiercely protected. 2. The Nagas declared independence before India did. On August 14, 1947, a day before India's own independence, the Naga National Council declared the Naga Hills a sovereign nation. It wasn't symbolic. It was strategic. The Nagas argued they were never truly part of British India, and therefore had no reason to join a free India. This declaration shaped Naga politics for decades to come and still echoes in their collective memory today. 3. The Nagas had democracy before modern India. Long before the word democracy became mainstream, Naga villages practiced it at the grassroots level. Decisions were made in village councils through open discussion and consensus. Every adult male had the right to speak. Leadership wasn't inherited, it was earned. It was raw, real democracy, born not in textbooks, but in forest clearings and community halls. 4. The Battle of Kohima changed the course of World War II. In 1944, the quiet hill town of Kohima became the front line in the fight against Japan. Japanese forces invaded through Burma, aiming to break into India. What followed was one of the bloodiest battles of the war. With help from local Nagas who served as guides and scouts, British and Indian troops pushed back the invasion. The Battle of Kohima was later called the greatest battle ever fought by Britain, the turning point in the Eastern Front. 5. Naga warriors followed codes of honor even in headhunting. Headhunting sounds savage by today's standards. But in Naga culture, it was tied to ritual, pride, and protection. It wasn't random violence. It was regulated by custom. Only rival warriors were targeted. Non-combatants were spared. Many headhunts were part of elaborate initiation ceremonies and rites of passage. It was brutal, yes, but never without structure. 6. Naga houses were built without nails or metal tools. Traditional Naga architecture is an engineering marvel. Houses were built using wooden joints, bamboo ties, and cane lashings, no nails, no screws. These homes could withstand storms, monsoons, even earthquakes. They weren't just practical, they were beautiful, symbolic, and deeply connected to the land. 7. The Nagas have no caste system. While many parts of India have long histories of caste hierarchies, Naga society stands apart. There is no caste. Instead, identity is shaped by clan, community, and merit. Leadership is based on respect, not birthright. This created a social structure that is more fluid, more equal, and remarkably forward-thinking. 8. Naga tribes once used bamboo drums to communicate across villages. Before mobile phones, before radios, the forest itself was their network. Massive log drums carved from single trees were used to send coded messages. Each rhythm carried meaning. Warnings of danger, calls for help, or announcements of festivals. Beats traveled across valleys and mountains, creating a form of long-distance communication, fast, loud, and impossible to ignore. 9. The Nagas once used salt as currency. In the highlands, salt was rare and incredibly valuable. Some villages controlled natural salt springs, making them centers of trade and power. Salt wasn't just a flavor, it was wealth. It could be traded for meat, tools, cloth, or even protection. In these parts, a handful of salt could go a long way. 10. Az Fizzo walked from Kohima to London. Az Fizzo, the father of Naga nationalism, escaped arrest by foot, trekking through dense jungles into Burma, crossing into East Pakistan, and eventually flying to London. He lived in exile for the rest of his life, lobbying world leaders and keeping the Naga cause alive on the global stage. One man, one mission. One of the most remarkable journeys in modern political history. Nagaland isn't just a place on the map. It's a story, a spirit, a land of warriors, architects, rebels, and dreamers. The world may call it remote, but those who know its history know it's unforgettable. The Nagas still writing their own history, one chapter at a time.